In today's video, I'm going over how to get started using SSD4R. First step is that you need to download the package from the R repository. The second is that you will need to make the package active once it's been installed. The first step, that is installing it, you only have to do it once. The second step, making it active, you need to do at the beginning of every R session in which you want to use the package. So let's begin by installing the package. RStudio has a nice facility for downloading packages from the R CRAN repository. So click on Packages in the window in the right. You can see the tab, and I'm clicking on it. And now you'll see a list of packages that I've downloaded. And you'll notice that there's some check marks next to some of them. The ones that have check marks next to them are actually active for use in this current session. So anytime you want to activate a package, you just click on that checkbox. Okay, so let's get SSD4R installed. Simply click on Install Packages, and you notice there's Install From on top of the Install Packages dialog. Make sure it says Repository CRAN, and I'm clicking the up and down arrows, and you can see there's another choice. Make sure Repository is checked off. Now, under Packages, there's a space to type in what packages you want, and we just want SSD4R, and type it in exactly as I have it here, with uppercase SSD, and then lowercase FOR, and then uppercase R, and then click on Install, and it'll begin installing the package. And now it's downloaded and you're ready to activate it. And I'm going to scroll up, and we could see that it's now in the list. And if you want to make it active, just click the check mark box, and now it's active. It also loaded a required package on TCL/TK. There's also a way to do this by simply typing it into the console to the left. So I'm going to detach SSD4R and TCL/TK. And in the console to the left, I'm going to type in require. And between parentheses, I'm going to type in SSD4R, exactly as I have it. Actually, no quotation marks. Okay, and I'm going to hit enter, and it loaded SSD4R and TCL/TK. So now it's loaded, and you can notice it put a check mark next to SSD4R again and TCL/TK. And so if you want to get help on using the package, you can click on the hyperlink SSD4R in the packages window, and I'll bring up a list of the different functions. And there are many different functions. So let's begin with looking at drawing simple line graphs using the AB plot. So I'm going to click on AB plot, and it brings up the help file for that function. And you can see there's a usage section which shows you the function AB plot, exactly how it should be written, and what the different arguments are: behavior, phase X, ABX lab, etc. And then those arguments are explained below, where behavior is a behavior variable, phase X is a phase variable, and so on. If you want to get more information about the package, you can go and read the article by Auerbach and Schudrick in the Journal of Research on Social Work Practice. Now, there's also an example in the help file. Each one of the help files will have an example. You can highlight that example by using the mouse. And if you're using a Mac, you can press Control C to copy it so we can then paste it into the console. If you're using a Windows-based machine, you need to hold down the Control key and tap C. So since I'm using a Mac, I'm going to hold down the Command key and I'm going to tap the C key. Now I'm going to click the mouse in the console to the left, and since I'm using a Mac, I'm going to hold down the Control key, the Command key, not the Control key, but the Command key, and I'm going to press the V key, and you can see it pasted it into the console. If you're using Windows, hold down the Control key and tap the V key. Now, once you have it pasted into the console to the left, press Enter, and there's your graph. That's an example of how you could use the help files to learn more about SSD4R. If you want to get a list of functions in the console, you would simply have to just type SSD4R and then followed by open closed parentheses and hit enter. I typed it in incorrectly, so I'm going to type in SSD4R. I left out the R and the parentheses, and here are the different functions. So if you wanted to get help on, for example, RF2, ABRF2, you would simply type question mark and ABRF2 and hit enter, and there it is in the window to the right. Now if you scroll down, you'll notice there's a little index hyperlink, and you could click on the index and it will list hyperlinks to all the commands. And so that concludes the video for today. Again, you could read our article, Arabak and Shudrick, in research on social work practice. Take care.